You need to practice.
Did you land on your back? Okay, so Felix is going to demonstrate now the next throw.
So we've been practicing tournament style with a knife, right? So he's coming over the top, you're blocking, and now
I know what he's going to do.
I just threw the guy before, right? You watch him. So now when we're fighting, he knows that I like to do with a knife, right? So even though we're fighting, see how he switches down? There's no way I can put my hips through, right? So
What's happening is he senses my. Okay, I'm coming in here.
I'm gonna try to do my.
I know what he's doing, so I'm squatting. He's taking
Relaxing on
my
his throw.
downward momentum, and he's just going right into
So
it.
remember, for uranage, I have to do this,
Right, and now I'm going to do
and I
that.
have to pick up with my hips, right? I can't.
So I'm
because he comes down.
driving him down. So the easiest thing for him to do is just go underneath me. Because I'm pushing down on him. He's taking my push down, and he's slipping right between my legs. And I end up here.
Wouldn't you show Uranage option as escape? Like to get out of something else?
As a counter?
Yes.
Yeah, not you.
Yeah.
Conrad does it to me on Ochigari. every time I go here, he bucks and just
Right.
throws it.
Uranage, yeah.
That's what happens when you don't have control on your Ochigari.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
My momentum's going forward. He catches. I just
You
get
could
the-
also do Yokogaruma if he tries to do Kouchi on you.
Okay. Anytime your opponent is leaning forward, then when you get below his head, the center of gravity, I'm gone.
He's gone. All I have to do is sit and put my foot through here, and he's gone.
Okay.
Because he's pushing down.
So these two throws complement each other because, you know, if he likes to do uranage, and even if I'm coming over, if I'm not leaning and he can't pick me up,
I'll go right here.
right? All he does is slide this foot through.
Yeah, even if he stiffens on me right here, if he stiffens, I'm just going to do it anyway. Because he's stiff.
So that's still uranagi?
He's stiff.
Yokogaruma.
Just like this. So basically,
It's like a
my
follow.
momentum is doing this, and he's going to take it. Like this. But you have to get under. You can't. You have to put that leg through.
Now, early in my career, after I learned this throw, I figured it was a great counter to Uchimata, so come in real easy Uchimata. Here, and I blocked his Uchimata, and then, okay. But, word of caution. When I did it in a tournament, you have to show that you actually really blocked the Uchimata.
Yeah.
You have to like really stop it. Okay? And then show your technique. Okay? Mine happened so fast, he got the throw.
He got the point. It looked like he rolled out, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I lost one that way too.
I looked like I got thrown with Uchimata.
Yeah.
Because he went in for Uchimata, I slid in. So they just figured he picked this up.
You've got to watch that, because I did that once in the tournament. The guy stood up, and he came over and he shook my hand, and the ref said, no. You. Because it was a straight move. There wasn't a, and it looked like he did a rollout, but he didn't.
But for purposes of learning tonight, let's practice this from the Uranage.
Yeah.
So don't forget the moral of the story. When you have a blind, half-blind referee, watch the Satemi Waza.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's say we wouldn't have to be all-
Oh,
And push off along with your feet.
Some are better than others, but I mean, you know, it could, when you do Satemi Waza, especially Ma Satemi Waza, sometimes they don't know who scored. If somebody did Kochi, somebody's doing Tominagi, they do it at the same time. You know, boom, he goes right on his back. Referees are like looking at the judges. At least that score, you know, they sometimes. So there are some, you have to be demonstrative when you're doing, when you do a Satemi Waza, you have to really be demonstrative. And as Felix was saying, you know, if he's throwing you and you're gonna go and you say, oh, I'm gonna try to counter it with Yokozuna, they're gonna score it to him because he initiated the attack, rightfully so. You can't score with this throw when he initiated the attack and he's throwing you and you're just gonna try to convert it to Yokozuna because he initiated the attack, right? So you have to stop, you have to block his attack, Taisaba, and then you counter. Right, that's how you score.
Okay, so the difference with what we're doing tonight is Uranage, you were coming in, and then tournament style, you were throwing him this way, right? But now, when he comes in, he sits down, you're going to slide your foot through
Slide it through.
and throw him over there.
And I'm helping him because as I drive him, he's using this to do that.
Take it nice and easy, just like that.
It's real easy.
Just slide your leg through.
Yeah. And as you do that, you're gonna, and then you just drive with your feet. It's easy. You'll see. Once you feel it, you'll see it. It's easier than Uranagi. Got to get that foot through.
You've got to send that through.
Because as you know, what Larry was talking about, the hara, you've got to get yourself so far underneath. His hara is already there. You can't do it up here. It's got to be.
You can't just.
You have to be
plop
below
there.
his.
You can't just plop down there.
Right.
I'm not going to magically come.
Are you pulling him back or heel?
I'm
Belt?
throwing
No?
him
With your
over.
left arm.
I'm swinging under him.
Okay.
I'm just swinging under him.
Swinging under, and you're throwing over your left shoulder if it's a right hand. You're throwing over the shoulder.
Okay.
Guruma means wheel. It's Yoko Guruma, side wheel. So you want to, it's a spinning motion that you're
Here's the wheel.
spinning through.
Right.
So let's say, what's the counter if they go into the Guruma first? They bend you over and then they decide to go into the Guruma. What's the counter for Guruma? Do you don't stand up, obviously, but what's the counter so you don't get thrown?
I'd say you have to spread, and you got to
You
you
gotta
got to
squat
spread,
off
you got
real
to
fast.
spread, and you got to drop forward.
You
So
gotta drop.
yeah, so I would spread it.
Right.
You know, I would.
Like a sprawl.
What's that?
Sort of like a sprawl.
Kind of like a sprawl.
Right.
Yeah, because technically, when you're doing this and he's swinging, for a second there, you're holding him up.
Right.
He's hanging onto your back and swinging under you, and you're holding him up for a second. If you're fast enough to squat right there, drop on all fours, you're just switching. But usually it happens so fast that.
Some people, you have to be very gifted to be able to round out or cartwheel out of it. It's almost more like a flat spin.
Remember, even though there's regular speed and then there's zero speed, right? So same thing, when I say you pendulum through, when we practice, we pendulum through. Well, in tournament, that's too slow. You gotta physically shoot yourself in. Okay? You can't just say, okay, I'm gonna do Yoko Guruma. He's just off.
Let me get my grip real quick.
Here, there's one other thing.
You have to shoot through.
Remember, when you do it, you're not just holding it here. You're reaching as far back as you can, because when you drop like this, and you turn, you're actually rolling him this way.
So
You're rolling him.
you're
this
not
way.
actually grabbing onto his belt.
You reach,
So it's
I was always taught to reach, to think about my little finger getting
If
close.
you're spending a split second trying to make sure your grip is
Yeah,
well,
don't- yeah.
you've missed it.
The trick is to imagine your little finger touching his hip bone. And that goes for Uranage, and it goes for Yoko. So when you come in, it's not just this, it's rolling out. So if his hip is here, and you're doing this, see how his hip is rolling? You're actually turning him. You're not doing this, it's this. And the farther you can get in here, the more he's gonna roll this way. If it's here, it's not gonna make it much. It's just easier this way. So he's just like that. And over the shoulder. You should be looking at him when he lands. Looking at him.
Any questions? Okay,
Try
let's
it.
pair up.